For this assignment, we need to take this project and remix it a little bit. So we're going to change the code so that instead of getting an equation that looks like this, ax plus b equals c, we get an equation that has a and b with a GCF, and the GCF is factored out. So what we want the equation to do is we want it to create a new random variable, basically flip a coin to see which format we get, and then whatever format we get, report the equation in that format. So in order to do that, we need a new variable. I'm just going to call the variable format. And then before we pick our random numbers, I'm going to set format, use the random number operator. And since it's a coin flip, it's just picking a random number between 1 and 2 is fine. Or you can use 0, 1. It doesn't really matter. So pick a random number between 1 and 2. And that's the format. Then, based on the format, we need to either do what we normally do or do a new equation in the new format. So that means we need a loop. I'm going to use an if-else loop, and I'm going to say that this is going to happen in the first one. Now, it doesn't really matter which way this happens. Our random number is either going to be 1 or 2. So I'm going to call format 1 the normal way. So if format, and we can hide that, we don't need to see that. If format is equal to, let's say, 1, then I want the equation to generate in the normal way. When I say normal way, I mean just the way that it has been, how the program runs. If format is not 1, the else, I want this program to create a new equation, and a couple things need to happen in that new equation. First of all, a doesn't matter, so I'm going to pick the random to a, but since I'm about to do something, I'm going to make a little bit smaller, 2 to 5. And what happens is a and b need to have a GCF, and that GCF needs to be a, which means that b has to be a multiple of a. So when this second case happens, I'm going to set b to be a multiple of a. And the simplest way to do that is just setting b as a times b. Then we need to tell it to say something. It's going to be similar to what we did up here. So I'm going to take this code and duplicate it, but we are going to change it a bit because it has to be a little bit more complicated than what's going on up there. So like I said, a little bit similar, but we're going to use a few more of these join things. So I want it to say that it's a parenthesis times x plus, and then I'm going to do b divided by a because now b is a times b, and I'll show you what I mean here. So I want there to be, there should be 3 joins, and then I start with a, and then I join that. I need my parenthesis, and we're going to have lots of joins here. And the best way to do joins is just to think about it very slowly, because if you don't have the right amount of joins in there, you can kind of screw up everything. So I got my a parenthesis times x plus, and then my next thing plus, I gotta throw I think one more join in there. And then this part, I can't just put b in there because I've already factored out my GCF. So I want b divided by a. Let's just put that right back where it belongs. B divided by a. And what that'll output then is x plus my original b. But it works now because b was reset as this multiple of a. And then this last part will just be my ending parenthesis. So of course we're going to test it. We want to skip tutorial. I want to hit get equation. And you'll see that this one, the first random generator was a 1, so it output the equation the normal way. My second one was also a 1. I'm just going to keep hitting random until we finally get one that is an output of 2. What that means is it changed b. So technically right here b is 21 because you would distribute the 3 and then you could solve the equation the normal way. So in this first step, it's not asking you to do it, but you would distribute and then you could tell it to subtract 21 from both sides and it should do it the normal way. All right.